You want to go hunting for a shark, but the boat you're in is a bit too small. Hey guys, I'm about to... It's a bad day. Welcome back to TutsByKai. I'm Kai, and today we're back once again taking a look at how to make this cool plastic material in Blender. The first thing you'll notice here is that it's not just shiny, but it also has this like kind of nice little like, you know, swirly kind of texture in there, which I think looks really, really nice to break up a lot of that just like pure shininess, which can look a little, you know, fake or a little boring. So the first thing I'm gonna do is put my cursor up top left, drag, and put this into the corner until it has a little plus, and then just click and drag until that is in the center of the canvas here. And then we can go ahead and change the left one or the right one to the shader editor by hitting this little button right here, and then going to the shader editor. Now, once I do that, you can see we have a couple of nodes here. Nothing too crazy. We, of course, have the default material output, and we have a few things I've added. Now, we have this principal BSDF, which when it comes in, it should look just like this by normal, you know what I mean? You just make the color a dark orange, boom, put the roughness down to about 0.023, and then what I did here was I just went ahead and hit Shift A, and I searched for a mix shader, not mix color, not mix shader, and then I just plopped that bad boy down right between the material output and the principal BSDF. Now, I hit Shift D to duplicate the principal BSDF. Once again, that's Shift D to duplicate. And what I did was I just went ahead and plugged that into the bottom half of the mix shader, and that gave us this because it's the same exact values on both of these. It doesn't really look any different. It looks literally exactly the same. It's just a little brighter because basically this factor is making it 50% black and 50% completely this first node. So when we add in 0.5, it's half black, half, you know, principal BSDF, and then when we add the second one, it's just full BSDF again. So after that, into the bottom node here, into the bottom principal BSDF, what I did was I went ahead and searched, once again, Shift A, or you can go up here to the add menu right here and then add it in over here. But just hit Shift A and then search for a noise texture. Boom! Look at that thing, looking nice. Now we went ahead and just put the color into. Put the up. Okay, I did a lot of. Okay, I'm just gonna whatever. And we just put the color into the into the factor into the roughness. Was it not? Something into the roughness. What did I have into the roughness? I've already forgotten my own material. Let's go backwards. Holy moly, what a terrible day this is. Lord have mercy. Okay, yeah, that was what I thought. The color goes into the roughness here, as you can see, and things look very, very nice. It has that nice little tone to it, but to get it to look like this, we need to actually change a couple of things because by default these values aren't like this. So I put the scale on 10.2, the detail on 3.5, the roughness on 0.688, and then the distortion on 1.5, and it gives you that nice look because by default, like I said, it would look like this, which is basically just like a bunch of weird, like not really anything, looks kind of faded, kind of whatever. But with this, it adds those nice little textures there. Let me see if I can show you like that. There we go. So it gets rid of those nice little, yeah, see this right here, this area here on the light, it really shows it off. It gets rid of those nice little swirls, and it completely leaves those blank and bare and whatever else, because these swirls catch the light in a really, really nice way. Super subtle, but very, very nice. And the last thing that I did, I want to show you over here on Suzanne. Yeah, Suzanne was over here hanging out the whole time, and you had no idea. Basically, what I did was I went ahead and I added a little bit of subsurf, just a little bit, just a little subsurf here. Nothing too crazy. Now, on both of these principal BSDF shaders, what I did was I added a little bit of, actually, only on the one, actually. There's not on both. We could do on both. It'd probably be a little too much, though. Let's see what it looks like on both here. So if we open up this subsurf category here, and then change the weight from 0 to 1, and then put the scale on 10, which is the max, by the way, and then we put all of these on 1, then it starts looking kind of nice. Now, without this, on both these, let's put the weight all the way down. Without this, I just personally think it looks a little too, like, dark. It doesn't look like it has a bit of softness that I feel like plastic has sometimes, especially like thinner plastic, like cheaper plastic. But if we turn that weight up a little bit, you see how it like has that nice little light that starts coming through. Very, very subtle, very, very subtle. But I think it's very nice. And then we add in the second one here, and that second one also just goes ahead and pushes that to an even further extent. So now it has that nice softer kind of tone to it, especially look in the shadows here. So if I do it again, you see the shadows kind of get turned down a little bit instead of being a little brighter. So yeah, that is that, ladies and gentlemen. Now that is my super simple, and when I say simple, I mean simple plastic material here in Blender 5.1. Now I hope you enjoyed it. I'll see you guys in the next tutorial, but until then, bye-bye.